In this week's Torah portion, we start reading by Genesis 25. We see in this week's Torah portion where Abraham died. But before Abraham died, he blessed his son Isaac, and he went to send his faithful servant called Eliezer to go and find a wife for Isaac. You remember in last week's Torah portion that Eliezer found Rebekah there at the well, and he brought her back to marry Isaac. Now, Rebekah loved God very, very much, and so did Isaac, and they prayed to Abba for them as well to have children, but they could not have children. But they waited 20 years before she fell pregnant with twins. These twins' names were Jacob and Esau. In the womb, while Rebekah was pregnant, Abba spoke to her about the youngest one, that the youngest one will be the one that will receive the firstborn blessing, and that Israel will be blessed through him. But Esau, his brother, was born first. They were very different in character, and their hearts were also very different. Jacob really wanted the firstborn blessing, but we see that Esau didn't care for this much because he sold his firstborn right for a bowl of soup. Then we see how Jacob disguises himself to look just like his brother. He then comes before his father called Isaac to receive this firstborn blessing. Because he knew how important this firstborn blessing was. Then we see that Isaac blesses Jacob with the firstborn blessing. And then we also see how Esau returns to camp. And when he comes there and realizes what happens, he is very, very angry. And he says that this is not fair. But you must remember that Esau sold his firstborn blessing to Jacob earlier on, so he actually had no right in being angry at his father and his brother. Here we see that Abba really understands our hearts. He knew how Esau's heart would be and how Jacob's heart would be before they were even born, because he told this to their mother, Rebekah. Then in the New Testament, we read in Matthew 10 of when Yeshua chooses the 12 disciples. Choosing these 12 disciples was a very important task, and they had a very important task to do. They had to tell the whole world about the good news of Yeshua, and that Yeshua came and died on the cross to bring us back and closer to our Heavenly Father called Yahweh. This was Yahweh's plan from the beginning, that we would return to Him and that we will be fruitful as a nation. And therefore, we need to understand that we must be fruitful, having the good fruits of the Spirit. And also, we have to be a light unto the nations and spread the gospel. So never underestimate the power that you have within you. Father will help you every day to proclaim His word and also to be a light unto your friends and whoever you come in contact with. Just be obedient to His word, listen to His word, and do what His word says.